Hello, Jolene. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Congratulations on the new series, The Bondsman, which is streaming now on Prime Video. I very much enjoyed this show. Such a badass, gnarly, thrilling show. So let me start by asking you the obvious question. How did you get on board this project? Did you have to audition for the role, or did the creator, showrunner Granger David write the character Midge with you in mind?
Oh my goodness. I, like every actor in the world, had to audition for this role. And there's so many of my friends that wanted it too, but we celebrate each other when we each get our roles because they're meant for us. But yeah, I read this character and she was so strong and she was so sassy. And I got to boss Kevin Bacon around, like what's not to love. But the thing that was so fun was finding a way to make her charming and likable and to utilize manipulation and tactic of the devil potentially to get what she wanted. And I thought that brought a lot of humor and a different lens to the character.
I'm Asian American, so I gotta ask you this: was she always Japanese American or Asian American character on the script?
She was not.
Hmm.
Eric Olson, who was our showrunner on the show, he and I had a lot of collaboration over it. And he loved the fact that I'm mixed Asian and he wanted to incorporate that into it, and I have some roots in Hawaii. So we kind of just made it just a mixed Asian kind of conglomeration, right? And there was a scene, I don't know if you've gotten to it yet, but in episode 5, I am an artisanal baker of these edible flour cookies that are just beautiful and delicious, and they wanted me to use tweezers to put the flowers on the cookies. And as I was taking the baking class, I was like, not in my house. That's not how we would do it. We would use chopsticks.
Yeah.
And I pitched it to Eric, our showrunner, and I said, "Can we have chopsticks in this?" And he said, "Absolutely. 100% yes." And so it was so funny when I got to just use chopsticks on camera in baking. You know what I mean? Like that's authentic to me. And he allowed me to be authentic on camera for our representation. And I'm so thrilled by it.
I love it. Midge, your character is complex, isn't she? And the episode explaining her backstory does tug at the heartstrings a bit. And Jolene, you're a mom, and Midge is a mom. Were you able to relate on that level that makes you understand why she agreed to that Faustian bargain?
100%. You would do anything for your child. The love of a mother knows no bounds. And Midge is no different. She sacrificed everything. She didn't even know how much she was sacrificing, and she didn't care because that's what you would do as a mom for your child. And that's what I would do for my daughter. She's downstairs right now playing in the pool, living her best life. But should she need it, I might sell myself to the devil for her.
That's awesome. So, what was it like working with the legendary 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? I've never met the guy, but he always seemed like
Oh,
a really cool guy. How was your experience?
that's exactly what it is. He's just cool. Like in a way that people aren't cool anymore. He is so chill and thoughtful and generous. There was a day that we were on set and it was hot. It was in the South. We were on like black pavement. People were melting. And he was like, let's get some ice cream. And he brought ice cream in for everyone. I remember the first line that I went up on, and he was just kicking back on the desk as his character, like drinking a beer. And I messed up my line and I went, ah. And he just raised his beer to me and was like, cheers. We've all done it, just to like bring us to be present, and we're playing. And it was so collaborative. And he's just so wonderful.
I know he sang country music on this one, but did he get to dance some footloose in between takes?
There was not a lot of dancing, but I remember a day we were sitting there and he had a guitar and he was just singing like it was nothing. And then Jennifer Nettles, just harmonizing on the side. And I wanted to pull out my camera, but more than that, I wanted to be present in the magic that they were creating before my eyes.
Now, again, this show is already out for millions to see on Prime Video, so there's not a bit of spoiler here. But that episode where your character fell into that burning sinkhole was quite a scare. I'm curious, were you worried that Mitch got killed off early, or did the showrunner tell you, "Don't worry ahead of time. Don't worry, this is just one of the many, many twists and turns of this show."
So I flew into Atlanta to start work on the show, and I met with the writers, and they're like, "Here, we're just going to tell you what's going to happen this season." And he's like telling me, Eric Olson is like telling me, Midge is going to do this, and then this is going to happen, and then she dies. And I know that he saw the look in my face just go, oh, like I had a feeling. And he said, but it's okay. She comes back. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I was like, oh, thank God. Because I have died one too many times on shows. I'm ready to live into that second season. You know what I mean? I want to see my characters thrive instead of like have amazing deaths. But Midge's death was pretty epic, I'd say.
I'd say too. I get the sense that the themes in the Bondsman is about second chances. Not sure if it's redemption arc per se, but it kind of looks more like second chances to me. At least that's what it is. I mean, is that a fair assessment to you?
For sure. I think, even though there's so much comedy and gore and family and country music, and there's a little bit of everything, I do think the bottom line of it is heart and growth and second chances. It's all the heart behind it and how we can fix that and how we can grow and learn. And I think that's really important, especially today.
Let me ask you, what do you personally think about this whole heaven and hell, angels and demons? Do you believe in this whole cosmic and divinity battle for the souls of mankind?
Oh, that's a good question. I do. And especially after shooting this, um, there's something, right?
Hmm. There's something. I
There's
look at you.
something. There's something. And to each their own with their thoughts. I believe in God, and if you believe in God, you got to believe in the devil, right?
Now, last I checked, Prime Video has not picked up the show yet for a second season, but I'm hoping, I'm crossing fingers.
I mean,
So
it's only been a couple days, right? We got to get some numbers in. We got to, the people up top got to weigh in. It's yeah.
yeah, yeah. But what do you hope to see happen to Midge in the new season if the show gets renewed? Do you want her to get more involved in some the action sequences, perhaps?
I mean, Jolene wants to be a little more involved in the action sequence with that hand cannon. I'm just saying. But definitely, what I love about TV versus film is you get to grow with the characters and you get to see them face challenges that make or break them. And Midge is not someone that's going to be broken. And so she got thrown for a loop when she went into the field and, all of mankind was at risk, right? It was a little bit deeper than it had been before as her like side job, right? But if there's a season 2, I wanna see her come back with a vengeance.
Hell yeah. Final question.
Yeah.
What's your advice for aspiring Asian American actors who want to break into the business, knowing that it may be a constant uphill battle?
Mm. It is a constant uphill battle. Find your community, find those people that get to be your inner circle and support you and cheer you on in the smallest of things, and never lose your authenticity. Be
Love.
authentically you and fight for it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, for my fans at home, everybody go check out The Bondsman, now streaming on Prime Video. Jolene, thank you for talking to me and congratulations.
Thank you so much.